his dreams for the future reveal a passionate commitment to defeating brain tumors once and for all. Tom Gasparoli has our Heroes of Medicine profile.
There has always been something about this peak, Mount Kilimanjaro, that has summoned the best among us, symbolized the best about us.
At least for me, it's important to experience life, to really have an ability to sort of sense everything that life has out there to provide. And looking down at the cloud layer 10,000 feet below you, watching the sun come up from the highest point in Africa below the clouds, it was a very exciting experience for me.
Keith Black, Dr. Keith Black, made the trip to Tanzania while in the middle of climbing another sort of mountain.
I've promised a number of my patients that we would find a cure to brain tumors.
A dreamlike achievement that's very much in progress.
So it may actually be that this is a new tumor that's developing right here.
And even though he's always part of a team,
neuro-oncologists, neurologists, neuropathologists, so that gives
his healing ambition so focused, so consuming, and so energized, he commands attention in almost every room he occupies. What occupies Keith Black is
making sure that his treatment is better than the patients that we were able to treat last year.
Dr. Black is eloquent when he speaks, eloquent when he says nothing. This seemingly serene surgeon has never met a tumor he didn't want to pick a fight with.
He has a little small dot right here that you can see there.
We need to apply a lot of technology, a lot of creative scientific insight, and a lot of very diligent, very careful scientific work and strategies to really make a true impact into a very devastating problem.
I've always had headaches.
And this 39-year-old tries to treat every patient as if he or she were a member of his own family.
You can see her optic nerves are right here, and the optic nerves are now being bowed by the pituitary mass. Based on what that shows, we probably need to go ahead and do surgery to remove this mass.
Now, my patients are actually some of the bravest people that I know. You know, these are the people that are the real heroes, you know, that teach us the most about life.
This tumor is actually sitting right about here.
Dr. Black knows brain tumors don't wait around.
And what's the recommendation for this brain lesion?
They said get it out of there.
They kill on their own relentless schedule, so progress is
Never fast enough for you, I bet.
Absolutely right. It's never fast enough for the patients either.
He's surrounded by support at home, laughs, love, and lots of responsibility. There is Keith Jr. and Teal, who see their dad much the way his patients do.
That's good. Nice basket. Give me 5.
They said that he's very good.
At doing what?
Brain surgeon.
The fourth member of the family is Carol. You see, Carol Bennett's a doctor too, a surgeon and a scientist, like her husband.
Detrusor, or areflexive bladder. Her bladder doesn't contract.
And the surgeon on the right never loses sight of how the surgeon on the left has enriched his life.
Well, what I actually admire most about her is her ability to really just be an incredible mother.
Stimulated these kids will be, as Keith Black was as a child, a precocious child to say the least, dissecting frogs at 6, practicing animal organ transplants at 16. How about getting into trouble?
Oh, absolutely. I blew up the kitchen with a chemistry set.
But he still has only one true role model.
The person that I probably look up to most is my father. I think of all the people I've met in life, he's the person I admire the most. It's on my schedule to meet with the people on the probe.
Okay.
And now that boy's grown up to do life-saving work, moving in the most impressive scientific circles.
His total hospital stay, even with the 2 surgeries, was still...
He's a very charming and very articulate person. He's a leader in the field of neurosurgery. His research work is outstanding. It's exciting.
As you can see from the well-known names that line the walls here, over the years, Cedars-Sinai has probably been associated with more celebrities than any hospital in the country. Patients and benefactors alike from the show business world have walked this massive lobby and through the hospital halls here when they get sick in L.A. But these days, a young, rising neurosurgeon and brain researcher is becoming famous in his own right for offering extraordinary treatment to people who need it, famous or not. Is there any doubt in your mind that Dr. Black could be called one of the heroes of medicine today?
Absolutely not. He deserves it.
So as you see on the MRI scan, which is a current scan post-surgery, the mass is still here.
He deserved it on this day, which began around 7 a.m. with the first of several surgeries.
Which on pathology has showed to be a malignant glioma, which is one of the most aggressive types. The white area is sort of the growing margin of the tumor. And the black, these tumors grow so fast, it's like a wildfire.
Dr. Black uses and strongly advocates a state-of-the-art computer imaging scope that targets and outlines the tumor so precisely.
Force control, focus. Where we can go into the brain, almost like a thief, steal the brain tumor or the vascular malformation out of the brain without the person, the patient, or the brain ever realizing that we've been there.
Or you think that it becomes very straightforward or easy, there's always something that can come up and bring you right back down very fast.
After all, this is brain surgery, and this high school principal could die in months if Dr. Black didn't go in right now and do it right.
You have antibiotic irrigation?
Here, his work reveals the tentacles of the cancerous mass, which he burns out with a laser heat beam you can't really see.
And it's infiltrated with tumor.
After about an hour, Dr. Black removes the first sizable section of the tumor.
So we're coming down very close to the brain stem there.
And then, with the most delicate of moves, the deadly mass is out.
Yeah, this is a very big tumor.
And this patient apparently has a fresh start on life.
You know, you give a little bit of your soul to each patient, and then you just have to find some time to replenish it.
The way Dr. Black re-energizes may or may not surprise you.
This is my data, my own data. That is very compatible to his
He goes over research.
I think the nurses that have been working in the ICU and on the floor, you've had an opportunity to see a lot of our patients that have come through. So one of the new things that we are planning to do here is to bring
and teaches,
an MRI scan
and goes over research and teaches.
And make a photograph
about understanding, respecting, treating, and beating brain tumors.
You need to call the OR right now and let them know.
His research has made great strides in breaking the blood-brain barrier to treat tumors better, in genetically altering proteins to develop what could someday be a tumor vaccine, in using radio waves to destroy tumors.
Something there. Here you go. Take that. Something blocking the ventricle there.
But a cure for brain cancer?
You know, the opportunity is there.
When this man says he can do something, take the bet.
Dr. Black, how you feeling?
How's my hero?
Good.
Meet the high school principal 48 hours after Dr. Black did his work inside the diseased brain.
Your MRI scan shows that all the tumor is removed, that we can see in the MRI. Okay? It looks very good.
The advances will be made, but 500,000 people die of cancer every year in this country.
Thank you for...
And it's almost as if he carries the burden of each one on his shoulders, exactly the way he wants it.
He's driven. He's always been driven, and that's something I understand and admire.
This physician will concede, though, that he's absolutely achieved two things he's always wanted.
The ultimate sort of success in life is the ability to reach the point where you're an artist.
Today, he is both a physician who heals people, an artist who creates new ways to heal.
You know, art is a discipline that's practiced with passion, and science is a passion that's practiced with discipline.
When Keith Black surveys this view from his backyard after another 15-hour day fighting brain cancer, he sees a vista of possibility and promise, the same vista he finds in his medicine, which is so much of his world, our world.
Just know in my own heart and mind that, yes, I've made a difference and that I'm leaving it a little better than it was when I arrived.
a vista much like the one he contemplated from the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro a few years back, looking down on the sun.